Annemiek van Vleuten is in trouble.
Welcome to stage 7 of La Vuelta Femenina. It's time for the final showdown of this 2023 edition, with Annemiek van Vleuten in the red jersey and leading Demi Vollering by over a minute as we head to the iconic Lagos de Covadonga. It is one of the most famous climbs on the men's Vuelta a España, first featuring 40 years ago, and it promises to provide a spectacular finale to what's already been a fascinating race. First up is La Collada Moandi, 12.5 kilometres at 4.6% before the big summit finish. Again, it's 12.5 kilometres, but this time at an average gradient of 6.9%. Whoever wants that red jersey is going to have to earn it. The peloton had already been whittled down to a group of favourites by the time the live pictures began, with the early breakaway caught on the first climb. Trek Segafredo setting the pace as they reached the summit, with Amanda Spratt and yesterday's stage winner Gaia Reolini leading over the top. A few stragglers trying to catch up, including Vollering's teammate Marlen Reusser, who began the day 5th overall. Vollering herself then looked to apply a bit of pressure on the descent, but didn't manage to cause any splits. When they got back down to the valley, Kasia Niewiadoma went on the attack for Canyon Schramm. The pole was soon joined by Reusser, who had managed to bridge back across to the front group on the descent. They quickly opened up a gap as some of the GC leaders waited for their teammates, the peloton growing again to around 35 riders, with Movistar soon back on the front. Niewiadoma and Reusser just rolling through at the intermediate sprint, where Marianne Vos in the green jersey was looking to wrap up victory in the points classification. Jumbo-Visma giving Movistar a hand with the pacing as the two leaders sat up, and they were brought back a couple of kilometres before hitting Lagos de Covadonga.
And this is where the first steep gradients are going to start. Immediately dropping from that group is Marlen Reusser, also Marianne Vos.
The gradients hitting 10% in the early part of the climb, with Movistar back on the front. Plenty of riders dropping, including the Spanish champion Mavi Garcia and Niewiadoma after all of her efforts. The group down to around a dozen riders when Vollering put in her first dig.
Well, Vollering herself is going for it, and going for a real long-range attack today. Fired up from what happened yesterday, she's going for it.
That was too much for Rihanna Marcus, who began the day in 3rd overall, and Vollering wasn't done there. The Women's World Tour leader going again with 9.3 Ks to go, and the front group was soon reduced to just 4 riders: Vollering, Reolini, Music and Van Vleuten. The Frenchwoman was the first to fall away with 7K to go, before Reolini almost got caught out by a dropped chain. The Italian looking strong as she returned to the front. Van Vleuten, on the other hand, was clearly suffering.
Annemiek van Vleuten is in trouble.
Vollering and Reolini just edging away from the red jersey, who'd started the day with a lead of 1 minute and 11 seconds. So the race for overall victory was on. Vollering and Reolini gradually increasing their gap to 40 seconds, but that wouldn't be enough for the SD Works lead up. Vollering pulling away from Reolini and giving it absolutely everything in the final kilometre.
Demi Vollering is basically sprinting up that climb, but will it be enough for the red jersey? She wins the stage. Demi Vollering is the first winner in La Vuelta Femenina, Lagos de Covadonga. Annemiek van Vleuten, 1 minute and 3 seconds is what she needs to cross the finish line. There she is, fighting for every metre, fighting for every second. 1 minute, 3 seconds, she's made it. Annemiek van Vleuten is the winner of La Vuelta Femenina by Carrefour.
It was a splendid final battle between Vollering and Van Vleuten, with the reigning champion coming out on top by a matter of seconds. SD Works were unhappy with how Movistar attacked yesterday during a nature break, but the Spanish squad defended themselves by saying it was always their plan to make a move in the crosswinds. That certainly made for an electric finale, and this rivalry will no doubt rumble on throughout the summer.
The whole team fight really hard for it because we had something to make up for yesterday. So I'm really happy that I could win here today. 2 stage wins is really nice, and it was close for the GC. I mean, if it was a bit different yesterday, then I think we would have won the GC also. So yeah, it's sad that I was not able to battle yesterday with the best, and I think today I showed what we are worth, and I'm really happy with our fight from today.
Vollering taking her second stage win of the week, but it wasn't quite enough. The impressive Rayolini only 11 seconds back as she moved on to the overall podium, but Van Vleuten once again finished top of the pile.
Yeah, unbelievable. I kept on fighting till the end. I didn't have the best legs. I felt already a bit on the climb that I didn't have my best day, maybe also a bit the effort of yesterday. And but I never ever give up, so I felt like I need to keep on pushing. For sure, they also get tired. And in the end it was close, but amazing team job again today. So this Vuelta win is really a win of Movistar Team Whole.
Van Vleuten defending her title by the skin of her teeth, the gap to Vollering just 9 seconds. Rayolini was the best of the rest at 2 minutes 41, with Marcus and Bauernfeind completing the top 5. Marianne Vos had a stellar week. She took 2 stage wins and the green jersey, not to mention wearing the red jersey for 3 days. The 35-year-old was also named the race's most aggressive rider. Rayolini's efforts on the final day means that she goes home with the Mountains jersey. With her stunning stage win yesterday, the Italian has proved that she is a future star. Finally, UAE Team ADQ won the team's classification with Erika Magnaldi, their best placed rider in 8th overall. Well, it has been a remarkable edition of La Vuelta Femenina by Carrefour.es. Here's hoping for more of the same next year, so do join us then, and thanks very much for watching.